The ARCA Menards Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway turned into a focal point due to the unexpected arrival of Cletus McFarland in his highly anticipated debut. Considered mostly a YouTube star, his entry into professional stock car racing brought enthusiasm and controversy into the air. Yet, it was not just McFarland's performance that grabbed the attention of the racing fraternity. Elton Sawyer's comments have jolted the fans and insiders, thereby building another dimension to the story. McFarland is far from your typical racer. With over 4 million subscribers, he is the ultimate guru in car culture, famous for hosting bonkers car events, building custom race cars, and even owning a racetrack of his own. This transition from computer tuber to professional stock car driver in the ARCA Menards Series was monumental, drawing fans from the computer world to the racetrack. While McFarland had previously raced ARCA on gargantuan superspeedways like Daytona and Talladega, those tracks are more about drafting and pack racing at extremely high speeds. Charlotte Motor Speedway is a 1.5-mile intermediate oval with another set of challenges geared toward tire management, car setup, and race restarts. McFarland proved he was not just there for show on race day. After practicing, he was the 11th fastest, which was a solid time considering the tough competition. Moving with the momentum was the qualifier, where he started in the 11th position, showing on a track that he could hold his own against seasoned drivers. During the opening laps, McFarland moved with a pull into the top 10 and got into a bit of a groove. Good, strong feeling from the car, and they all worked well together. The halfway caution came along. Competing teams chose to pit for fresh tires, but McFarland and the team chose to go out on older tires in the hope of gaining valuable track position and maybe even a top finish. Restarts at Charlotte are notoriously tricky, especially on worn tires. As the green flag waved, McFarland spun his tires, losing precious traction. This small mistake triggered a chain reaction. William Salalich, trying to avoid contact, clipped the rear of McFarland's car. This sent Cletus spinning into Isabella Robusto, who crashed hard into the wall. The incident quickly escalated into a massive pileup involving nearly 10 cars. Both veteran racers and newcomers saw their chances ruined in an instant. What could have been a breakthrough moment for McFarland instead turned into a dramatic crash that dominated the headlines. The wreck sparked an online controversy. Many questioned whether McFarland had the necessary skills and experience to be capable of racing. They opined that his status as a social media influencer should not have allowed him entrance into serious professional racing, bypassing the years of training generally demanded. Also criticized was the team's risky choice to stay out on worn tires. The criticism claiming that it was a gamble that completely backfired. These heated online discussions brought to light the issue concerning social media stars entering the traditional instruments of motorsports. Following the crash, Cletus McFarland readily accepted responsibility. He apologized for the incident in various interviews, including one with Fox Sports 1. He, deeming it a rookie mistake, described how, on the restart, he zigged and zagged, causing him to spin his tires and set off the wreck. Emotionally frustrated, his banging of the steering wheel and hitting of the helmet were heard inside the car, revealing just how heavy the weight of the mistake rested on his conscience. McFarland further discussed the steep learning curve at Charlotte, explaining that it was so much harder than at superspeedways like Daytona or Talladega. Despite being wrecked and damaged, he fought his way back to finish 9th, ARCA's best for him to date, a testament to resilience against adversity. McFarland's presence in ARCA is polarizing, but his supporters emphasize the positive impact he's already had. They argue his ability to recover, stay calm, and finish in the top 10 at such a challenging track shows real potential. More importantly, McFarland's huge social media following has brought millions of new eyes to ARCA racing, something sponsors and broadcasters have noticed keenly. This influx of attention can drive growth and opportunity for the series, but it also raises questions about balancing popularity with proven racing readiness. The sport must navigate how to welcome influencers without compromising safety or competitive integrity. For McFarland, the challenges go far beyond the racetrack. Every move is under a microscope, with mistakes quickly becoming online debates rather than just racing incidents. As a public figure learning a demanding sport live, he faces a unique kind of pressure. This environment demands not just physical speed and skill, but immense mental strength. McFarland's willingness to confront criticism, keep improving, and maintain composure highlights how important mindset is in professional racing. This constant spotlight creates a pressure cooker environment that few traditional drivers experience early in their careers. Unlike most rookies who develop away from public view, McFarland's every error or success is dissected by millions online, from casual fans to harsh critics. Social media's instant feedback loop can be both motivating and overwhelming, demanding a level of emotional resilience rarely required in motorsports. The scrutiny affects not only McFarland's performance, but also his personal life, as the boundaries between public and private blur. Learning to manage this dual challenge, racing at high speeds while navigating public opinion, adds a complex layer to his development as a driver. This intense spotlight can either build champions or break them, making mental toughness as critical as technical skill in today's racing world. McFarland's ability to withstand this pressure and grow could set a new precedent for influencers crossing into professional sports. Adding a new twist to the story, respected ARCA figure Elton Sawyer recently broke his silence on the Charlotte race. Sawyer's reaction surprised many, as he offered an unexpected perspective on McFarland's crash and involvement. While acknowledging the risks of putting influencers in professional cars, Sawyer also praised McFarland's accountability and fighting spirit. He emphasized the importance of experience, but suggested that with proper guidance, new entrants like McFarland can bring valuable attention and vitality to the sport. Sawyer's balanced take shocked some critics who expected outright condemnation, but also reminded the racing community that safety and respect must always be priorities. Above the dramatic events of the day was Austin Green stealing the show with a phenomenal run. In just his second ARCA Menards race, Green led 52 laps to victory over the established field, with tough competition from Grant Enfinger and the young LeVar Scott. His win showed the depth of the series. It reminded the racing faithful that although McFarland's story has dominated headlines for months, ARCA remains an intensely competitive and eagerly watched racing series full of surprises. The events at Charlotte didn't just make headlines because of the crash or the influencer buzz. They also reignited a deeper conversation about the future of the ARCA Menards Series. Traditionally seen as a training ground for up-and-coming NASCAR talent, ARCA is now evolving into a complex mix of legacy drivers, young prospects, and unconventional entrants like YouTubers and content creators. It's a new frontier, and not everyone is comfortable with it. For some, the inclusion of high-profile influencers is a refreshing change. It brings new eyes to the sport, increased social media engagement, sponsorship opportunities, and bigger TV ratings. For others, it poses risks, especially when safety, experience, and competitive integrity are on the line. Balancing that tension is ARCA's new challenge. The Charlotte race was a perfect case study. A single misjudgment from an inexperienced but popular driver disrupted the night for several seasoned racers. Is this the cost of expanding the audience, or the growing pains of a sport adapting to modern media? As ARCA navigates this path, questions will continue to arise. Can entertainment and expertise coexist on the same track? And if so, who decides where the line is drawn? The Charlotte race was a night of drama, learning, and unexpected voices like Elton Sawyer's shaping the conversation. McFarland's journey is just beginning, and ARCA racing is evolving with fresh challenges and fresh faces. Stay tuned as the story unfolds. This season promises more speed, surprises, and growth for the sport.